#1 for hip hop and R&B. I'm Jenny Boom Boom. I got Bazzi here. Hi, how you doing there, my friends?
I'm good. How are you?
Going to be at Hot Jam 2018 tonight.
Yes, I will.
Very excited to meet you.
Yeah,
I know.
to meet you
I
too.
learned so much about you in the last few days, like really researching you, and I did not realize you're originally from Michigan.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, but now you're living in LA.
Yeah, I've been in LA for 4 years now.
Okay, and you have a huge hit on your hands, which is mine.
Yes, ma'am.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's awesome. So your new album is Cosmic.
Yep.
And tell me about the album. I mean, I've heard the album. The album is incredible.
Yeah, thank you so much. Cosmic is just, a straight in look into my life and, the last 3 years in LA, my personal experiences, things I've gone through, and I wrote and produced everything. I wanted it to really come from me. I wanted you to be able to listen to the project left to right, and at the end of it, know who I am and know how I think and know how I approach things. And I think I did that with Cosmic.
I think so too. I think I was going to ask you a little bit later on, Bazzi, why you think people are so drawn to you. But I'm going to ask you the question now, since you're talking about your music, and then I'm going to tell you why I think people are so drawn to you. Okay, so why do you think people are so drawn to you, Bazzi?
I always wear good shoes. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people are drawn to Bazzi because I'm really honest, and it's really relatable because I'm not trying to give you what you want to hear, but I'm speaking directly about real situations in my life.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's really easy for people to relate their own personal lives to what I'm doing. So it feels like a home for everybody.
You know what? I was going to say the same exact thing, that I think the reason why people are so drawn to you is because you're so honest in your words. Like, even in mine, the words, they're so simple, but they're put together so beautifully. It's like, it's an amazing mixture of everything, vocals with the music. And I think the reason why people like you so much is because they can relate with the things that you're saying.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you so much. Yeah, writing music, writing mine is like, I only wrote lines of stuff I'd actually say to somebody. That's why I feel so personal. It feels like I'm talking to you, and that was definitely the point of it.
Yeah, I wanted to also talk about the fact that I heard that you wrote mine over at a pool party.
Yeah.
So what happened? Tell me about that day.
Well, I made mine like very, very similar to how I've made like any other song. Mine usually just starts with a voice note on my phone and just like a random piece of inspiration, which was what mine was. I was out having a couple of drinks with some friends, and the melody hit my head, and then after that it was game over. I went to the studio like 3 days later, and I finished the entire song in like 5 hours. But it's like, people always like, oh, like, did you know? It's like, yeah, but I make all my music like the same way. It starts with like that piece of inspiration and that excitement, and I get in and I finish it.
Wow.
Leave it up to the world after that. Yeah.
You've been like making. I mean, you're 20, right? You're going to be 21 in August. Even though I know you always be drinking Hennessy, but anyway. So you've been making music since you were like a little kid, right?
Yeah.
So when did you actually start creating music?
Yeah. So I mean, music has been the destination, forever. I wanted to be an artist at 6. I didn't want to be an astronaut or a firefighter. I wanted to be an artist, and I chased it relentlessly. And I saved up money and got out to LA at 16. Got in my first studio session, and I realized that my ability was in creating and writing music. Like that was it for me. That was my stronghold. That was my purpose. And I spent the last 4 years of my life building the sonics and building that sound, and retrospectively just finding out who I am as a person and putting both of them together. And then once it was time, I was comfortable with that, and I was comfortable with myself. I dropped the first Bazzi song, and nothing's been the same since. Yeah,
but your story is just so epic, that like the fact that you were so young and playing instruments, and then just started to put like songs, like cover songs on Vine, right? And YouTube and gaining such a huge following, like millions of people looking at these videos, and then you going on to writing your own music, like that's just like, it's almost like the American dream or something.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
You could say that, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so when you said to your parents, I want to move to LA, like what was that conversation like?
Yeah. Of course your parents always have their concerns, but my dad has always been so supportive.
Yeah.
And my parents weren't in my life too much, throughout high school. So like I was able to make these decisions by myself, but luckily I had the support of my dad. We kind of moved out there together.
That's cool. So he was like, so what does he do for a living that he could actually leave and go?
Yeah, he actually, at the time he was working for this factory in China where he could kind of work wherever. But he matched the money that I put up, and we got a place out there together. And hold up, I got to sneeze.
God bless you, Bazzi. My gosh, it's allergy season, huh? Oh, my God. Get this man a tissue.
Woo.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he moved out with me, and he's always been my biggest supporter and has always really encouraged me to chase my dreams and to just truly do whatever I want to do. So they were chill.
And then you actually had to finish out high school in California, correct?
Yeah, I finished my senior year.
So was there a time, like I know the way that you just summed it up a couple of minutes ago, like everything happened super fast because, you know, what you're experiencing now, but was there a time when you were going to school in California, you were finishing out high school, that you were kind of like discouraged at all?
No.
Wow.
I'd say that's like one thing about, like, I'd say that's the reason that, you know, I figured it out is that I don't know how to look at things negatively.
Okay.
Like, my brain naturally just sees things, and it sees anything as a stepping stone to something bigger and better. And I mean, it wasn't always that deep and it wasn't always that philosophical, but I naturally just like enjoy things. And it's like, you know, I was grateful to be out in California in the first place. Like before being like, oh, I want it all. I was happy to be in nice weather and be away from, you know, cold
Michigan?
weather.
Yeah. I understand.
So
then mine came onto the internet and it blew up, and I know there was even like a Snapchat filter with mine. I mean, were you like, wow, I can't believe all of this is happening the way it's happening?
Yeah, how it happened was pretty cool. The internet is just like a fun place, and I think it's really cool for artists, and it gives them a very being successful and having people hear their music. So the internet was definitely a big hand in it for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then I know I wanted to ask you, you know, where were you the first time you heard mine on the radio?
Yeah. First time I heard it on the radio, I was in LA, but the first time I like heard it, I was actually walking down the street in Hollywood, and like someone drove by in their car and it was just like blasting, and I was like, and I remember my stomach just dropped. I was like not expecting to hear it at all, and like I don't know, that was a really cool feeling for sure. Yeah.
I know, you must have been like, wow, I made it after
Yeah.
all this hard work.
Not yet, but I was excited about it for sure.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
You have the singles Why, Gone, and Honest out too, so let's talk about those singles right there.
Yeah. Like those aren't even as much as singles. I just wanted to like put out like I just wanted to continue releasing music like in the time. Like I'm very big on like my listeners and my fans. Like rather than thinking of like what could we blow up next, I want to think like what can I continue like giving people to enhance the experience of Bazzi. You know what I mean? To let them, you know me a little bit better. Like so I wasn't thinking more in the term of singles. I'd say like the next single is probably Beautiful. That's the next one that we're gonna like run with, and
that is my daughter's favorite song.
I love it. Yeah, so Beautiful is next, and you know, I kind of like to just keep leaving it up to the fans and to the people and to see what people are resonating with the most. You know, it's like we live in a different time now. It's like it really is up to the listeners. So yeah. And
you played instruments on every single one of your songs.
Yeah.
On your album.
Yeah.
You wrote all of your songs.
Yep.
Would you feel, let me ask you, a lot of artists, as they, you know, get big like you, they start to have songs written for them, songs that are given to them to perform. And, you know, I mean, we can name a ton of artists that do that. Yeah. Is that ever going to happen with you, Bazzi, or are you going to want to always write your own music and it come from your soul?
Yeah, no, I don't think I'll do that ever. Unless it's like something that I feel like if I sung it could help people or help connect people. But my words are my words. I don't want to sing someone else's message and someone else's, you know, destination. I want to show people who I am and, you know, what I think and the words that are going through my brain. So I don't know if I'd cut another song, but, you know, if like a producer had an amazing beat, like I would definitely.
You would say, oh, I can throw some lyrics over it?
Yeah, I could throw some lyrics on this, throw some melodies on it and get something going.
A lot of artists, Bazzi, have embraced you, such as Taylor Swift. I mean, some of the biggest artists in the game have embraced you, Bazzi. Who are some of the artists that you would like to work with going forward?
Yeah.
Because I know you're probably driving in your car thinking sometimes, like, what is this collaboration I could put together with this person?
Of course, yeah. I would love to work with Childish Gambino. Just pick his brain, and I think he's such a genius, and he's so ahead of our time. I'd love to just sit in the studio with him and talk to him, and like, you know, once again pick his brain. J.Cole, like, for the same reason.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I know you just were on tour with Camila Cabello, so what's happening next as far as tour-wise for you?
Yeah, I'm actually going on my own tour in July.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
All over the place?
Come on. All over, an entire national tour, and I put tickets on sale, and they sold out in like a couple of hours.
Wow.
Yeah. It was super cool.
That's awesome.
Now we hit the road in July.
You know what's so nice about you, Bazzi, is that all these great things are happening for you, and you're such a chill, nice person.
Thank you so much.
I mean, you are. You're just such a really nice person.
Thank you.
But I heard some of your exes be going in on you when you release records about, because they think you're talking about them. I heard that.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
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 Some of your
Yeah.
history.
Of course. We all got history, though. So.
Yeah. So, Bazzi, who are you dating now? Because I know in the winter you said you had a friend that you were hanging out with, but you never released any names. And I'm just wondering, is it somebody famous or?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a good question.
You don't know if the person's famous? You can
I don't know.
describe the person, and I can let you know whether or not I feel they're famous.
Famous is a tough term in 2018. So I don't know if I'd call it that.
If I Googled this person's name, would anything come up?
Yeah. If I Google, like.
Oh, no,
Google,
honey, if you Google my name, a lot comes up, okay?
I know. That's why I was looking for someone else before that.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Bazzi. All right, so, but yeah, so are you dating, who are you dating, an artist?
Oh, man, you put me on the spot like that. I'm actually dating Lou over there.
No, you're not dating Lou Rizzo.
Lou Rizzo's my boy.
How are we going to find out who you're dating? I looked everywhere, so if you're dating someone, honey, I don't know how you're keeping it so undercover.
Exactly. I'm a low-key kid. I like to keep some personal stuff, kind of personal.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, if people found out, I wouldn't be mad. It's just like, I don't know.
Okay, because I saw, and I know you're probably going to be like, you're reading too much.
All right, do you want me to drop the name?
Yes.
You want to know who it is?
Yes.
Mariah Carey.
No, liar! I know her boyfriend. All right, so this is the thing, because I saw on Instagram, and I know you probably were just being like, oh, I just love this person, but are you dating Camilla?
No, I'm not dating Camilla.
Okay, so who are you dating? Who are you dating? One last chance.
Next question, please.
Okay, all right. Well, what's next for you, Bazzi? You got the album out, Cosmic.
Yeah.
Make sure and go get that.
Yeah.
So what's going on in the tour?
Next for me is the tour. We got the tour in July. Just more art, more content, more visuals, more music. I just want to keep connecting with people creatively, and that's the goal.
Well, Bazzi, thank you so much.
Thank
Hot
you.
Jam
Thanks for
2018
having
is
me.
going down tonight. Get her early. You get to, come have fun with us tonight. You get to see Bazzi on stage. It's going to be such a blast tonight.
Let's
really
go.
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me.
Thank you, hon. It's Hot 937.
Woo!